2, and 3, you should be hearing my voiceover program, which is my iPhone's screen reader for the blind. Should be telling me that I'm recording.
Stop recording video button.
There you go. All right. Okay. Welcome back to Anna's World, Blind with a Vision. And my vision for today is actually sharing with you about my very simple YouTube channel and inviting you to take a look at my channel and maybe, hopefully, sharing with others. That is my vision for today. For those who don't know who I am, or maybe you just happen to click on my video by accident, or maybe someone shared my video, my name is Anna. I am diagnosed with retinitis pigmentosa. It's a retina degeneration, and I only have light perception, and I don't even know if I'm actually looking at the camera. I'm videotaping myself using my iPhone 11 Pro, which is on a tripod on my table. And for my blind subscribers, I actually have this little Bluetooth remote control, which my friend actually configured on my iPhone, and it has all I have to do from here is mount my phone on the table on my tripod, and then center myself over here on the in front of my iPhone, hoping that I'm actually videotaping and I'm actually looking at the screen. And I just record from here. So when I record, it says stop recording video, and if it says stop recording, that tells me that I'm actually recording the video, and all I have to do is go and trim the beginning and then trim the end and do my video, play the blind cameragrapher or the blind photographer, and there you go. That's why I call it my very simple YouTube channel, because my videos are not, you know, all fancy and with all those fancy things that they actually have on YouTube channels. Okay, I do it myself, and I'm sharing all of this just to tell you that that's what I do. Share videos from Anna's World, Blind with a Vision. And yes, blind but with a vision, because with the blind, many of us are blind, but we actually have a vision. And there is many people that has sight but no vision. Anyway, in parentheses, I don't know why I said that. That's me. I go all over the place when I do my videos, and I sometimes talk too much, but shh, I love talking. I think many of us are blind love talking. The people, they've been asking, why do I call it From Anna's World? Why do I always say From Anna's World? And I'm gonna answer that. Okay, I share videos. I don't focus on something specific on my videos, and you know, something specifically. I actually share from the life of a blind person who loves capturing life memories. How, you know, the way I call it, capturing videos everywhere I go. When I go shopping as a blind woman, when I go and do my nails, when I go and do my eyebrows, when I'm everywhere with my guide dog, which she's retired now, but I'm actually in the process of applying for my next guide dog. I love capturing videos and photos, but in this case, videos for my YouTube channel. Everywhere I go, when I cross the street, when I'm afraid about crossing the street, when I'm stressed about crossing the street as a blind person. And I love capturing videos when I go everywhere. One of the locations where I love, well, I guess my favorite place in the whole wide world is Disney. The happiest place on earth, the most magical place, Disney, which I miss now during the pandemic, but I videotape everywhere. And I always think about being blind. I always think about the accessibility for my blind people, how I, you know, call it, my blind people. And even though the society usually tends to put all us the blind under the same category, no, we're not. We are different individuals with different likes, different lifestyles, different culture, different likes, unique, just like anybody else. So that's why I call it From Anna's World, because even though I share the disability or the blindness with my blind people, what I do is what works for me, the way I do it. And if what I share through my videos happens to help someone out there, well, I'm happy, and even better. Nowadays, we have a lot of people that is losing their sight because of the aging, a lot of eye conditions related to aging. One of them very well known, which is macular degeneration. I have a master's. I did a second master's degree on gerontology, which studies the aging process, and I actually did my thesis on it. Part of my research involved a lot of research on the eye conditions that is related to the aging process. So I always think about my blind people and how doing videos when I expose myself out there in the sighted world could benefit or help or give ideas to someone that is going through that process, because that happened to me. Again, I am diagnosed with retinitis pigmentosa. It's a retina disease, retina degeneration. I lost my sight gradually. It just happened little by little. It was during my teenage years. I was almost 19, so that was very confusing when you're just going to high school and you're dating and you just, you know, it's those years, which it was horrible. Now I laugh about it, and I have so many stories about getting depressed, not eating for 2 weeks. But you know, just thinking about how it was for me and how it is for many people that I know now that I have all these followers from Central and South America, and how much they share with me through email, on Facebook, through YouTube, and all those private messages that I get. We are having a lot of people that is losing, you know, they're losing their sight, and they're at home, not thinking that they will never be able to do anything. Even a lot of young people that I get I get messages from 20, 19-year-olds saying that they're just at home. Their parents are not allowing them to do anything. But many of them, after watching my videos, they have learned a lot. They have, you know, came to the United States and get a guide dog, and now they're working, and now they're encouraging them themselves to just get out there and actually go and cross the street. So that's what I share. Just videos from Anna's World, from my everyday life, things that I do as a blind person, not things specifically for the blind, just things that I do as a blind person. I do share a lot about the accessibility with the iPhone. And what I show at the beginning of my video is a screen reader for the blind that is, you know, it's Apple's voiceover program for the blind, and the way we are able to use the iPhone for as a blind and their computers, their Mac computers. Of course, with the Android, you can do the same with the Talkback. If you happen to know anyone who's blind and is losing his or her sight, and they were Android users, tell them about the Talkback program. Just the way the voiceover program makes wonders for us the blind or Apple lovers. The same thing happens with my blind people that uses the Talkback screen reader. So I do share videos on accessibility in those apps that I use in my everyday life. I do videos on how I videotape out there, here at home. All those videos that I have, tons of videos on my experiences with my guide dog, being discriminated, taking Uber, Lyft, taxi, going on my trips, to the few trips that I have done out there, traveling with my guide dog, just the two of us to Mexico. And I don't know, just things that I find. Now during the pandemic, I've been sharing videos on apps that I use here at home. My Alexa, how accessible Alexa is. Just wait, she's gonna start talking. And how I videotape at home. Instagram, social media. I'm into the whole videos and pictures, so I do use Facebook, Instagram, and all of that. And I do videos in English and Spanish. It's a little bit lately it's been too much having to do a video for English and Spanish, because if I don't do one in Spanish, they start asking like, how come you didn't do that video in Spanish? We want the video in Spanish. So that's what I do. It's now during the pandemic, I've been trying to do videos just here at home, but my videos are pretty much out there. They're not perfect, but I enjoy it. I always took videos since I was younger, when I could see. I have all these videos that I actually took myself as I was losing my sight, but I was still, you know, having sight to just focus my sight. When we are going blind, or we go blind, the way it happened to me, we think that we will never be able to do anything else. And we go through the typical grieving process, being in shock and disbelief. You know, just, I mean, I can go through every single stage of the grieving process, and I guess that's just good for one single video. But we go through the shock and disbelief, and then denial, like this is not happening to me, and then you go into the bargaining stage, where you are trying to bargain and finding ways to recover that sight that you're losing, like my mom did, having me to eat raw liver for a whole year because they told her that I would get my sight back, or eating a lot of carrot juice the way she used to give me every day, and then you just go into the depression, being very sad and depressed. And some people is able to get out of that stage quickly. Most of us, it takes us years. I was one of those. And then you just go into the contemplation, where you start contemplating and telling yourself, like, you know, maybe there is a way for me to continue living and doing things. And now with the whole accessibility and always having someone as a role model, someone, that's why I always say, I have to say here that that's why I always do videos, because this is not only about me or my blind people or my people with disabilities. This is for those who are coming after me. So I have learned a lot from my blind people, and, you know, seeing their accessibility, the way they use technology, accessible technology, and how they been able to just make it to get a degree, to work, get a job. For those who I saw with a guide dog, and I was just struggling with my cane on the street, and they would just, you know, pass by me, they inspire me for me to go and get a guide dog. So I do these videos for those who might benefit from just seeing that being, you know, just going blind is not, it's very easy to say this, but it's not like the end of the world. We still can do many things. And that's what I share. That's what I share. I can go on and on what else I can do, but or what I focus on for my video, for my YouTube channel. So I guess overall I just share what I do in my everyday life as a blind person. Try to share things that are going to be helpful, devices for the blind, technology for the blind, the way I do things, hoping that might help somebody else. And the thing about blind with a vision, I'm blind and with a vision because without having a direction. They say there is a thing on the Bible that says, if you don't have a vision, you know, people without a vision will perish. And I believe so. Having a vision will give us a direction, and will kind of, yeah, just be a direction on what we want to focus on, what we want to do. And I really want to reach out to my blind community, to the sighted world, and for you guys to know about us, that I want the sighted world to know that we are part of this world that is very designed for sighted people, not for the blind. We have advanced in the last decade. We have a lot of technological advances in what it comes to accessible technology, but we still lacking in many areas, especially in the opportunities for employment, which deserves a whole video. We have many programs here in the United States, rehab programs. We get, they pay for our degrees. They pay for my first master's here in the Department of Rehab in California. I pay for my second master's degree, but we have all the technology, but then we graduate and that's it, nothing. The percentage of employed blind people and people with disabilities overall is very low. Some of my blind people are going to argue that, but it's not easy to find a job. So I'm into the whole education and more and more actually heading that way. If I can focus my channel on one specific thing, it would be into the area of education and making changes so we the blind have the opportunity to actually graduate after getting all these degrees and having all this technology that allow us to actually function and go shopping and use transportation and taking videos and taking photos and all of that. Just like anybody else, we need and want to work. More than anything, we need to work and have I guess, just the freedom to not only live off Social Security or a disability check. Sometimes we have to when we get sick or something happens. But overall, we blind people want to work. We want to have a job like anybody else. So I'm heading that way with my channel, and that is my vision. Hopefully I'll be able to. I'm sure I'm going to be able to continue sharing videos on what different areas of how I do things as a blind person. I receive a lot of questions from people from Central and South America. They do not have the same accessibility. Their streets are not accessible. They have a lot of challenges. So as much as they want to be just out there, they don't have the accessibility that we have here in the United States or in Spain. My friends from Spain, sometimes they even have more accessibility and more opportunities in Spain than we have here, with the blind have here in the United States. So we do have a lot, but securing a job would be great. Anyway, that's my vision, and my vision is for you to take a look at the videos that I have in my channel, videos coming up on all these videos that my people from Central and South America, they've been asking me to do, like how I upload videos, how I answer comments on through my YouTube channel, how I use iMovie, how I do this and that, and even how we blind people fall in love. I have mentioned that I live by myself not by myself. I live with my one and only unconditional friend, my retired Capri. I love her so much. So there you go. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask. And if you are interested in helping the blind community, share my video and tell them about my channel. All right, my video is way too long, as always. Hope you find this video helpful. Again, I do videos in English and Spanish. So if you happen to know any Spanish speaker, tell them about me, everything about me, and I'll see you in my next YouTube video. Adios. Ciao. Ciao, ciao.